I'm very proud to be Yugoslav lady. I'm very proud to live here.
If the Delhis never came to New Zealand shores, what would we be missing? We would be missing laughter, I guess, a whole bunch of laughter.
Birth, the energy, the drive, the commitment, and the capacity to have a dream and just go for broke.
An outward-looking view that isn't focused solely upon the United Kingdom.
There's something about the Delhi personality that tells you that whatever it is they're going to be doing, you'll hear about it.
And if that's what it means to be a Croatian, then hallelujah, sign me up, you know?
I think that we have helped to make New Zealand what it is. Croatia has given me possibly the strength, a lot of the values that I started off with. And I think New Zealand has, I always credit New Zealand with broadness of mind.
One of the other myths about New Zealand today being quite warm and quite friendly, it's really nice to believe that. But the minute you're different, they just kind of knock you down. And that's one of the hardest things that my parents go through. They never complain about it. I see it though.
You know, heading back to Croatia to meet my Delhi Frano was a turning point for me. And another turning point was actually meeting all these Kiwi tareras. Heaps of them actually said, oh, we know your old man, or hey, we're cousins. And as Ricardo said, it's a kind of brotherhood that we have here. And Tina, well, she's like me. She's just learning about her Delhi roots. And as she said, hey, it's never too late to start, is it? Migrants and Kiwis born here have this in common. We all need to find our place. It's a long way from the makeshift huts on the gum fields to our place, Te Papa, where the head of the design team is the son of a Delhi gum digger.
Coming, I guess, from a minority group, I've always felt a strong kinship with other minority groups. Te Papa is the culmination of many of the works that I've been involved with, and in fact, represents, the migration of all those various groups. And gives them a place to stand in New Zealand. I suppose this is their Taronga Waiwai, in a sense.
Those old gum diggers like Ivan's dad wanted nothing more than to build a better life for their children. Few of them lived to see quite how beautifully their hard slog paid off.
I used to get a great sense of satisfaction and pleasure out of being part of this story. And I'm sure my father, if he had I think he took silent pride in them. I think he was never very expressive.
Maybe that's a clue to the thing that bugs me. Delhis have the kola, Māoris have the haka. But heaps of Pākehā I know reckon they have no visible culture.
I think the opposite. I think every single New Zealand family ought to be proud of their roots.
If you don't know your history, you're poor in that sense. But if you don't know your culture, you're very poor indeed.
There's always the pressure ideologically to look at Pākehā history through the exclusive prism of colonisation and the ills of colonisation. And that is a part of where we've been, but it cannot be the lens that we look to the future.
New Zealand in the future, I believe, will have and to its betterment, a very strong mix of ethnicity, of various groups that can only add value and betterment to this country which we all love.
If I'd been born in Croatia, I certainly would not have achieved what I've achieved here in New Zealand.
I could never be a designer / musician / photographer. Whatever I want, I could do.
If I was back in Hrvatska, then I'd probably be in the army. And I'd probably be dead with a needle in my arm and a bullet in my head, So yeah, the opportunities that we get here are so much greater.
I think that New Zealand is as near to a perfect society fair and just and beautiful and opportunities for everybody.
New Zealanders that I've met, I found that they're not really aware of all their opportunities. If I could kind of give my set of eyes to every single person here, like I wish that I could do that just so they could see what they could do for themselves, you know? You have everything here, so why don't you take it?
Meeting all these delis has given me a good kick up the butt. What we have here is precious. And the delis have given us more than just a fresh set of eyes to see it. They get pissed off when people go off about banning migrants who can't speak English. Hell, that would wipe out just about everybody on this show. Playing rugby, I could have played for the Māoris or the Yugoslavs, and that's a good thing. I was lucky that I had a choice and I can be proud of my roots as both a kauri and an olive tree. Jubilee.